皆さんこんにちは。内野隆です。64ドリームプロジェクトは武術を通して自分の殻を破り自己実現を果たしていった人のストーリーを紹介していくプロジェクトです。今この画面の前でなりたい自分になれず悩んでいるあなたの背中を少しでも押せるようなアカウントを目指してまいります。今日は台湾生まれ米国育ちの演習権 JKT カリインストラクターで様々な武術を紹介して大人気37万人のフォロワーを持つ YouTuber でもあるケビン・リーさんにインタビューしました。彼はブルース・リーの師匠、イップマン直系の演習権マスターであるフランシス・フォン師父のもと、技術ディレクターとして多くの人に指導している人物です。彼の武術との出会い、そしてフランシス・フォン師父、ダン・イノサント師父につながる系譜の入り口を一緒にたどります。まずは始まりの物語から。それではどうぞ。
I'm going to introduce 64 people, and those people who have done something and very, very beneficial to many people to hear what you have to say. Through, for example, you will be talking about martial arts, Francis Fong, Guru Dan Inosanto, and so on. So hopefully they will see this martial arts, especially Francis Fong system and also Guru Inosanto system, what they can do to people and why martial arts is so viable to one's life and stuff, we're going to talk about it. But among 64 people, there will be a major ball player, like a golf player. He's a Hall of Fame player. His name is Larry Nelson. And bantamweight, a world champion boxing, Joe Tatsuyoshi. He's a boxing world champion. This is the 64 project, the purpose of it and the objectives of it. And so we're going to be talking about you first. If you could introduce yourself, mainly Japanese people will see them.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Kevin Lee. I was born in Taiwan. I moved to the United States when I was about 12 years old. I started training martial arts when I was roughly about 7 or 8 years old. It was like one of those like after school programs, so we did some traditional Chinese martial arts. And then my mom put me to like Taekwondo, just a little bit Taekwondo, and then we moved to the United States. I continued to train with Taekwondo for several years. And then in high school, I met Sifu Francis. He had a gym where he was right across from my old house, my parents' house. One day I was like, hey, I want to check out what Wing Chun is. I stopped by the gym, have fell in love ever since. Wow. And the rest is history.
Wow. So you, did you all the way through lived in Taiwan, or when did you say you came to the United States again?
When I was 12, about approximately 12 years old.
How old are you now?
I'm 38.
38 and 12, and 26 years ago. Okay, that's what I want to know. Thank you. Well, how did you in detail meet your Sifu Francis? He's a great guy. I really love him, but I want to know how you guys met each other.
I met Sifu when I was about 16 or 17-ish. The old school that he had was across the street from my parents' house. So every day when I go to school, when I go to like the classes, I'll see the school on the side of the road. And one day after school, I was like, hey, I'm gonna stop by and check it out. It was down the basement, so I couldn't find the location for a while because the location of the old school is hidden on the side of the building. There was a stair going down to the basement. So I was standing in the parking lot. I was like, where's the school? And I saw some of the students are going around the building to the basement. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll follow them and see, what the school is. I didn't know what Wing Chun was, and I took my first trial class with Sifu Francis, and that blew my mind because the ability that he was able to demonstrate, it was beyond my imagination. I decided to join a class. I took the class. I started with KALI and Wing Chun, primarily at that time. Later on, I got into like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, and JKT, and that's kind of where I started.
Wow. How long has it been since you started Wing Chun under Sifu Francis?
So Wing Chun is my first art with Sifu. So I was like, 20 years ago maybe? I'm like 38, yeah.
Wow. So if you are to describe Sifu Francis, I know I've met him several times and he's just wonderful, but I know you have many things to talk about him, but for those people who don't know about him, please let them know what kind of person that he's coming to Japan, and that's really exciting.
So I'm not trying to be biased because I'm really close to Sifu. Sifu is kind of like, it's like a father figure to me. He's like my second dad, basically. But he's also the mentor. He taught me a lot of stuff, not just martial arts, but a lot of things about life and the philosophy, how we should be doing things as a human being, and etc. But my biggest inspiration is always that he's open-minded. He never stopped letting me do things that I want to do. Like he's always encouraging me. I would say that like most traditional martial artists will probably want you to focus on one art, but he was always like, you should learn Muay Thai, you should try JKD, you should try KALI, Jiu-Jitsu, because that makes your Wing Chun better. Like he's never afraid that to add things into his program because he feels like that helps to complete, furthermore. So he's very, very open-minded, and then I would say like his ability to teach is beyond everyone's imagination.
Wow, we look forward to that.
Yeah.
How did you change? How you changed learning from Sifu Francis? What was the major things that you think you changed yourself or in your life?
Yes. I think the biggest thing with Sifu is that he teaches everything by fundamental structure, right? Because you can learn anything by just copy the move. But Sifu never wants you to copy. He's always like, you have to learn the fundamental structure first. If you don't do the fundamental structure, nothing you learn is gonna work. Nothing you learn is gonna matter because all you do is try to copy his technique.
That's right.
So Sifu's the biggest thing that he tells me all the time is that don't copy my technique. And that's not important. You need to learn the fundamental structure and the principle and apply it to your own body and figure things out.
Wow.
So that to me has always been the biggest thing.
10月25日、26日、フランシス・フォンジャパンセミナー開催。武術界の世界的レジェンド、フランシス・フォン師父、直弟子でトップインストラクターのケビン・リーが来日。
I tell people it's for all level. Anybody can come. Anybody can do it. It's Sifu doesn't make it hard. He always looks at everyone at the seminar to see where the body structure goes, the age, and etc.
初心者も経験者も全ての人に開かれた最高の2日間。10月25日、26日、リズミックボクシング大阪本店で開催。歴史を作る瞬間をあなたの手でつかめ。
いかがでしたか？放課後の好奇心が地下道場の扉を開き、そこから一直線。物語はいつも小さな一歩から始まります。次回はケビンがフランシス・フォン師父の下で何を核に学び、どのように基礎構造を身に刻んだのか、さらに踏み込みます。お楽しみに。